Hey, what's up, everybody? I just recently did a video where I talked about all the issues that the Yankees seem to be dealing with at the beginning of the season. Now, it's okay to be critical and talk about problems, but let's be positive and try to talk about solutions here. These are the things that they should do in the second half of the season. Even if they don't get into the playoffs, these are things that they should definitely be trying to do. Number one is, let's get Gleyber Torres off of shortstop. I know we're trying to get this maximum OPS team, but Brian Cashman is obsessed with OPS, and he's just, I don't think he even watches the games anymore. I think he's like Billy Bean, and somebody just texts him the game info.
Why? I watch games.
Number two, you got to change the concept of how the Yankees pitch. After foreign substances, a lot of your pitchers are not who they used to be. Strikeouts have gone way, way down, so you have to totally reconceive how you're going to pitch. Number three, Brian Cashman, stop looking for WWE-sized ball players who can't play in the field more than 50 games a year. Do you guys remember who this is? This is Ricky Henderson, okay? He had a career 820 OPS, but he has the most runs scored in baseball history. Why? Because of speed. Pure speed. Greatest base stealer of all time. He'd turn a walk into a triple. He'd turn a base hit into a triple. And then he did that for 25 years, scored the most runs in baseball history. The Yankees are the slowest team in baseball because they figure that OPS is what's going to get you runs scored. That's a good idea, but it's a very basic one-dimensional approach to scoring runs. Being productive when you hit the ball is one thing, but being productive when you get out is another. And the Yankees love to strike out. All right, let's talk about some untouchables and things you just can't do. Number one, moving Aaron Judge. You don't move Aaron Judge. This is the guy you build around, okay? This is a guy that you try to get into the field 80, 90, 100 times a year, and then you let him DH another 55 times. This is the guy that you build your DH system around because he's such a great ball player. We want him playing as much as possible. Now, to complement him in the lineup, we need some lefty hitters, okay? 3 spots in your lineup should be a switch hitter and 2 lefty hitters who are consistently in the lineup. 70% of the pitchers you face are right-handed, so you got to have some lefty at-bats, especially in Yankee Stadium. Something else you can't move, Gio Urshela. When you watch these plays, who does he remind you of? If you take the 9 off his back, I think that'll give you a pretty good idea of who he reminds me of. This is a guy who dives in the stands. He does everything it takes to win. He's a great fielder, a great hitter. I love Gio Urshela. So this is a guy you keep. Aaron Judge is a guy you keep, but you need a catcher, okay? Somebody who's defensive. You need to build your defense down the middle. A shortstop who can play shortstop. A center fielder who can play center field. These are things that are just automatic as opposed to the hunt for OPS at every position. All right, guys, that's all I can fit into a 3-minute video, but what do you guys think? Are these some moves that you want to see done, or am I just blowing smoke?